Hey y'all, what's going on? Lisa here, Family Foods, and just got back from the gym. I wanted to walk. My goal today is to walk 10 miles and to jog 6 miles with Jen later. I'm finally feeling good. I had to take 2 days off from running and doing anything really after doing those 18 miles. I did 21. I walked 3 miles later in the day. Actually hurt to kind of sit. So I definitely was feeling it. I am not conditioned to run or walk that distance yet, so working on it. Anyways, I am having a apple, pear, cinnamon, vanilla shake. I've got fresh kale and I got spirulina in there with a little bit of milk and ice. It's so good, the combination. I'm going to have this and get my day going. All right, guys, starting to think about dinner here. So last night the kids had and I had a little bit too, had our little taco bowl. That's one of our go-tos. So this is just some beans and rice seasoned with some cumin, salt, pepper, a little taco seasoning, that kind of stuff. Real simple. I have this much left, and usually with the leftover beans and rice, I'll make the kids like quesadillas. Is great, but I don't have any flour tortillas. They are not a big fan of the corn tortillas, which is all I have. Unless it's in like kind of like a enchilada style casserole. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I have some corn tortillas. I've got it in the freezer. They're great to have on hand. These things are so inexpensive. And I'll do breakfast wraps. I'll make enchiladas, anything. So I'm going to use this little bit of rice here. And this is going to be for the kids. And I'm going to stretch this out and use it up and make like a little casserole. So basically for cheese, this is what I have left. I think there's 3 really thin slices, so not much cheese here. So I'll tear that up. And then I've got some tomato sauce, and I happen to have a little vegetable stock I had from a recipe, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, actually, so I need to use it up. And enchilada sauce basically is like a seasoned tomato sauce. Usually it's like tomato paste or tomato sauce with a little stock and just chili powder, all that kind of stuff. You can't go wrong. So I'm just going to dilute the tomato sauce with some of this vegetable stock and layer it up in this this dish here and hopefully make a nice little tasty dish for the kids. So let me get everything kind of started and I'll show you what I'm doing here. So on the bottom, I just poured in a little tomato sauce and poured in a little broth. I can mix it up total, but I don't want to be left with any extra. So I'm just kind of diluting the tomato sauce here. And then I've got my corn tortillas. I'm just putting that on the bottom. There is no right or wrong way, guys. All right, we're going to put some of this rice in there. I'll show you one layer. I'm thinking 2 layers here. So I'll use half the amount here. And actually, I have some beans. I didn't use the whole can of beans yesterday. So I might actually add some more beans to this guy. We'll see. Maybe on the next layer. And then I'm going to put in, I've got 5 pieces of cheese here. So put a little cheese there. I'll make it neat. I'm going to break this up. Put cheese here. And then I'm going to put more corn tortilla, the sauce, and layer it up. And I'll show you when it's done. All right, add a few more beans to this layer here. And I think I'm going to just put a little bit of cheese here. And then I'm going to end with tortilla. See, this is just going to all melt in. This thin cheese is kind of nice because you can use it. You get twice as many slices. So you can use it more sparingly because you really don't need as much as you think you do. All right, so that's going to be a middle layer. So in total, I have 6 corn tortillas, which is like 2 per kid, with the rice, a little extra beans, the sauce, and then I'll kind of give them the same kind of garnish as they had last night, most likely, or some veggies or something like that. See, so I'm going to end with some sauce, and I'm going to put some broth right on there, like that. A spoon. Okay. Try and look at that. Try and look in the camera. Alright, like that. And And then I will finish it off with the cheese. And I'll bake this covered. And yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when I serve it up to the girls. See if they approve. All right, guys, time for lunch for me. So that enchilada soup that I had left, I put in this container yesterday. I was supposed to go with Jen at work today, but she told me last night that someone was bringing in sandwiches for them. So that was nice, so she didn't need it. So I'm not going to let it go to waste. So I think since I've been eating it the last 2 days, kind of chunky, I am just going to add a little bit of this stock because I have it. Otherwise, I would just add water. And I am just going to parade her up and make it a nice parade soup. I'll show you when it's done. All right, heating her up on the stove. Guys, this is so good. Kind of tastes like it has sour cream or something in it, but there's no dairy. Yeah, it's very interesting how when you repurpose your leftovers, it just makes you more creative. And it's so weird. I mean, I braid the chicken, everything, but it just tastes like an absolutely delicious kind of Mexican-style soup. This actually would have been good as a sauce for the enchilada casserole that I made for the girls, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's not, I guess, really an enchilada, but sauce. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy this. It is very, very tasty. All right, guys, look at this beauty. Doesn't that look good? Look at that. See, the corn tortillas soaked up all that liquid and kind of puffed up. So it looks a lot bigger than when I first had it, but I just baked it at 350, left it in there for about an hour covered, and I'm going to dish it up for the girls. All right, here's what it looks like. So I just cut it in 4, so this is actually just 1/4 of the mixture, so there's a little extra if someone wants some more, but look at that. So I'm going to maybe cut it up for the girls and let them do a little taste test. Rylan is going to do a little taste test. All right, Rylan. I cut it up because it's hot. So blow on it. This is kind of like a Mexican kind of lasagna. Blow on it, though, babe, because it's really hot. I know you'll give the honest opinion. What you think?
I actually liked it.
Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
I used tomato sauce, and a little bit of the cheese and the leftover
like
beans.
that.
You like it?
That is really good.
Was it good? You want to do your little plug for me?
Yeah.
All
Like,
right.
comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're notified whenever we post a new video.
Awesome. Thank you. What you think, Ava? Is it good? We're eating a little late. Thank goodness I had this all prepped up because Jen and I just came back from our run. So, yeah, so they're eating, and I threw together, bad lighting, I'll show you. So a can of chickpeas, frozen green beans, frozen spinach, I'm using up stuff in the freezer. And then I just made kind of like a teriyaki sauce with some honey and some soy sauce and rice wine vinegar. And we're going to have that over some rice. So like a little Asian chickpeas. And yeah. All right, guys. So now with Jen, and we've got the little teriyaki chickpea stir fry, if you want to call it. Just threw it together, took 30 seconds. So did the kids' meal, actually, and it's very good. We got a little bit. Jen and I are splitting that extra quarter. The kids ate it. It's very tasty. But yeah, I just got the chickpeas. Like I said, I used frozen green beans and spinach, whatever I had, and I just made kind of a little teriyaki sauce with some steamed rice. The salad is what I didn't finish from like 2 days ago. We had a salad with soup. So I just threw that on the plate and a little bit of enchilada, and that is dinner. So we went running. We did 6 miles, and so it came in handy having these little meals thrown together pretty quickly. What you tasting?
I just have the
chickpea dish. Rice.
Oh, that sauce is amazing on there.
Made kind of like a teriyaki sauce.
Oh, it's awesome.
Tell me what you think about the Mexican casserole.
This has
it took me like 10 seconds to throw together. I used the leftover beans and rice. I put tomato sauce, a little bit of cheese I had left in the house, little beans, corn tortillas.
I mean, it
Nothing
tastes so
spicy.
Mexican. It looks Italian, but it tastes Mexican. That's exactly what it's like.
It's
That's
good.
delicious.
It's good. Ava didn't want me to film her, but That's why she sounded a little irritated, but.
Oh yeah, this is perfect. Delicious, absolutely delicious.
So, anyways, thanks so much for watching. Remember, always eat happy foods. Remember, make food with love. Most importantly, eat your leftover, guys. It took me. You saw how quickly I threw together this dinner for both the kids and myself. And sometimes we'll eat the same thing, but a lot of times we eat separately. And it mostly comes from just because I'm using up leftovers and there might not be enough, or maybe the kids might not eat it. But yeah, if you just eat from your leftovers, you save yourself a lot of time. You eat very creatively, and you save yourself a fortune. I haven't been in the grocery store in a couple days. Most people would be like, oh, I don't know how you're going to make anything from what you have.
I haven't been in the grocery store in a couple of decades.
But, yeah, you just get creative with what you got. And if you eat your leftovers, you realize that you have way more food than you think you do. So, anyways, thanks so much for following along. I will catch you tomorrow. Ciao.